Bro, I don't actually know what's wrong with people. I've been seeing a ton of these videos that say, like, is Zenless Zone Zero doomed to fail? And it's like, no, no, it's Hoyo. Hoyoverse games don't fail. I mean, maybe Tears of Themis, but because I have no idea what that game is, but this Genshin is massively successful. Uh, Honkai Star Rail, massively successful. What's the other one? Honkai Impact Third, massively successful. That was like one of the first ones, right? This game is Honkai Impact Third on like crack, right? Like, how could you expect this game to fail? It's going to be on literally everything. It's going to be on consoles. It's going to be on your phone. It's going to be on the computer. It's going to be on literally everything. It's going like how could it possibly fail? I'm pretty sure I think it's going to be on Switch if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that though. But if it's on Switch, it's definitely not going to fail. It's going to be literally on everything. The only thing that it's not on is Steam. Like, but it's still on PC. But like, if it was on Steam, that would be insane because I would download it on my Steam Deck. I probably will still do that. I was going to do that for Star Rail and I was going to do that for Wuthering Waves, but I just didn't feel like doing it. But I might do it for Zenless Zone Zero. Crazy.
Should you play Zenless Zone Zero? And to make a quick answer to that question, the
Yes.
answer is yes. You
Yes.
should, at the very
So,
least, give it a shot. And in this
excuse my
video,
death
we are
counter.
going to go over why, break it down just a bit. To give a little bit of context, I was invited to
So what it is, it's just baiting people to click on it and be like, what? Like, so I got roped in. I got roped in just now. But like I feel like when you make things like this and you put on clickbait things like this, it's like, yeah, it's good for you. It's good for the people um that are going to react to it, or the people that actually get baited into clicking it. But some people, they don't do anything but read the headlines, right? There's a lot of people that literally just read headlines, and if they see enough of these thumbnails and they see enough of these titles that say doomed to fail, oh, is it going to fail on release, is it dead on arrival, right? Like, people will be like, oh yeah, I've been seeing all this stuff about the game not doing well, so I didn't even bother downloading it. Not even watching the videos, because a lot of people just don't care about watching long videos. This video is not long; it's only 6 minutes. But like, even then, people are like, oh, I don't want to listen to all that. It's like, it tells me in the thing right here. I just see all the thumbnails and all the titles that say, oh, the game's gonna fail, and then like they just don't play it, and then you have the reverse effect of people not being hype about the game. You have this effect of people actually thinking that the game is actually going to fail, and then the people that would have played it, that see your thumbnails and see your titles, that they scroll past and like, oh man, they don't play the game. Like, it's kind of, just because you want to get views on your videos, I feel like it's not like I feel like it's not a good look. It's not a good look. Like, if you want the game to succeed, talk about how everybody's playing the game, because people don't want to feel left out. But if people don't feel left out because they're like, oh, everybody thinks the game sucks, it's like, well, whatever, it's fine. I could go on and play something else because there's so much stuff to play right now.
play the second CBT of the game, and I did play a little bit of it on a
Bro, I didn't even get to play any of
so
it.
I have some
I'm a
insight
little
on
upset.
it, and I will be using that information to answer a couple of questions about the game. Now let's just go down to the very
I would have loved to play the closed beta test
fun.
and been able to talk about more about the game.
And there you go. I think the combat's really fun. It's really well made, very smooth. The character designs are obviously top tier, being a Hoyoverse game. And I think its only real downfall, if any, is kind of the story, personally. Now, I haven't done all the story that was available in the beta, and maybe things changed, but the beginning, or at least the first two chapters of the game,
Not really worried about too much about the story.
so much, and mainly, and that's more of a personal
Like,
thing.
for a game like this, I would like a basic story, right? Like, I'm not really looking for too much of a story. Like in Wuthering Waves right now, like I'm interested in there being a story to have something to like latch onto, but the storytelling in Wuthering Waves right now is just bugging the hell out of me. I still like the game, but the storytelling is bugging the hell out of me. Like it's like I want to keep up with what's going on. I want to continue the story so I understand what the characters motives are and stuff like that, and what characters are doing what and who is who, right? And the characters just speak so freaking slow. They speak very slow and very soft, and most times when I'm sitting there trying to listen to the story and trying to stay interested in the story, it goes on for way too long. They talk way too slow and way too soft, and I end up falling asleep and dozing off. If you've seen one of the videos where I was playing the game and I fell asleep on the floor because I was like, are they gonna finish talking? I was just getting super tired, and I fell asleep for like 4 hours, and then woke back up, got back on the game, finished that length of the story, and I still have more to finish. And I'm just like, I don't want to skip it, but I'm not looking forward to listening to everything they have to say. It's kind of irritating.
More than anything, I mean, the screen time of some of the characters was obviously quite nice, but other than that, it wasn't like too crazy compared to the other gacha games I play, that being Genshin Impact and Wuthering Waves. But things could change, and I'm definitely going to give it a shot, especially since the two things that carry the game is the character designs and the combat. Now, that was the quick way of telling you whether or not the game is good or not, but
Character designs, combat, the world around you, the stages. Because I remember when I first played PGR, and I didn't play a lot of PGR, but because while the characters did look kind of cool, I don't know, I just wasn't feeling like the stages. Like they were kind of like bland. They didn't really immerse you in the game. Like, and I know like it's not about all that. It's about the combat and stuff like that. But I kind of wanted to be immersed in the game. Maybe I could go back and try out PGR again and see if I like it a little bit more. But I think the world that you're in and the area that you're fighting in and everything also has a like an immersion factor to it. It's not just the combat, it's not just the character designs, because the combat and the character designs, if they were in some like crappy area that doesn't immerse you in the world, then it's just kind of falls off a little bit.
let's add a little bit more to that with a bit more information. If you do like gacha games but are tired of the open world of Genshin Impact and Wuthering Waves, then you might want to give this game a shot, because this game does not have an open world, yet still maintains the quality of both of the games. I think the motion and movements definitely improve over Genshin Impact at the very least. Now, if you play Wuthering Waves, love its combat style, but maybe find it a little bit too difficult, or maybe you just don't always want to have that level of difficulty, but still want to play a game very similar in combat style, but need like something a little, but maybe need a little bit of a break.
If you have a skill issue in Wuthering Waves, he's trying to say, he doesn't want to say it. He doesn't want to say if you suck at Wuthering Waves, this could be a better game for you. But I'll say it for him. If you suck at Wuthering Waves and you can't beat anything, and you can't get further in the game because the bosses are too hard, this might be a better game for you to play, as it's not as difficult to get through as the other game. But that also could be a detriment depending on how much easier this game is than Wuthering Waves. But I don't think it's going to be that much easier. And if it is, I'll be a little bit upset maybe. But as long as the game is fun to play and it stays engaging, especially in like the later content, I think it'll be plenty fun to play and be something that you can just hop on your phone, play for a little bit, and then hop off, because you don't have to run around the world. And for granted, right, if you play Wuthering Waves or Genshin Impact or any of these games with these open worlds, if you play them long enough and go around and get to all of the little fast travel points, right? There's so many fast travel points around the world that if you collect enough of them, it's almost like the it's almost like the overworld doesn't really exist, right? Because like you don't really ever have to travel that far. So like once you get all the nodes, activated, you can literally just teleport to whatever you have to do, right? Like it's like, okay, well, I got to do my daily quest. My daily quest is over here in this area. Okay, let me go to the node, fast travel there, go to the little area, do the daily quest. Fast travel over to the Tacit Field area, walk over to the Tacit Field, it's a couple of feet away, do the Tacit Field challenge, right? Like you don't really, it turns into a game where it's kind of like you select what you want to do, where you want to go, and you don't really have to walk that far. So I think it's a little, like if you just get enough of the nodes, you'll be fine in like those type of games. That's what I've started to notice, where it's like it's not a hassle to have the open world. Um and it's kind of fun to have the open world to just like pop on and run around and just kill some stuff. But in this type of game, you can literally just turn it on, pick a mission, do the mission is over, and then you can close the app and go about whatever you were doing if you're like on your lunch break or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot quicker to get in and out of.
Like, then Zenless Zone Zero might be the game for you because it has pretty much the exact same combat style, fast-paced action, perfect dodging and parrying systems included, but is comparatively easier than Weathering Waves, at least for as much as I've played. Zenless Zone Zero definitely gets a little bit more difficult than where I was because I didn't really unlock any of the endgame bosses or whatnot, but from what I could tell, it was a lot easier to defeat the enemies than in Weathering Waves. The other reason why you should be giving it a shot is the aesthetics. I think it is very unique.
It's a very beautiful game, very cool looking game.
Waves, because the setting is in a more modern type of setting with the extra features on top of it.
It's like cyberpunk tech style, like aesthetic.
What I would call the AAA gacha market. Another good thing about this game, and the developers have admitted to it, is that this game is designed and more intended to play on a more casual basis. And what they meant by that is that there's probably not going to be as much content as Genshin Impact and Wuthering Waves, with a bunch of little events to kind of fill up your time.
Well, I don't think that's necessarily true. Like something can be a more casual game and still have the same amount of content. The content is just a little bit different, or it's a little bit closer together. So it's like, okay, well, we'll have these events or whatever, and we'll have events that you can finish quickly. Like you don't have to worry about going to events like the the Overdash Club in Wuthering Waves, or like just different things where you're doing all these weird missions where it takes a little bit of time for you to do them, and if you mess it up, you got to do it over again. But like, maybe some missions that are just easier to complete, easier to keep up with, shorter in time span and stuff like that, where that's how it's a little bit more casual. Like bosses that are like easier to fight, or things that you have to do that are a little bit easier for you to do every day. Less things for you to do each day for the dailies, not necessarily less things for you to do overall.
This one is kind of just go in, do your thing, and once you're done, take a break, do other things, touch grass, play a different game, and then come back when you have other things to do. But with that being said, it is still a gacha game. There is still going to be your daily commissions that you would want to do for 15 minutes every single day if you so choose. That being said, you might not be so forced to do that. That being said, if you do want to invest more time into game, there's obviously going to be other features to do that, such as the mini games, and let's go into that. The arcade and in CBT2 just had 2 mini games that you could play. They were pretty fun, and I do actually hope that they do end up adding more of that down the line.
Most likely.
The reason why you should be giving this game a shot is because it's a Hoyoverse game. Now I know
it's because it's a Hoyoverse game.
Reputation is flip-flopping here and there.
Well, that's only with the long-standing players of Genshin Impact, the people who've been playing Genshin Impact since the beginning, and the people who've been playing all the way up until now. It's like very divided in Genshin Impact space, because like you have the Genshin Impact players who love Genshin Impact so much that they will talk shit about any other game that is in the same vein as Genshin Impact. or in like the say in the Hoyoverse or in anything that is trying to be Genshin Impact's competition, they will down talk that game. You have those type of people, and then you have the other people in the Genshin Impact space who are like, I'm kind of tired of playing Genshin Impact, and I want something else that is going to fill my time and give me something else to do besides play Genshin Impact. And then you have those people who are looking forward to this game and probably play Honkai Star Rail. Then you have the people that play probably all of the Hoyo games and keep up with all of the Hoyo stuff and are very like super fans of Hoyoverse, which is not a problem. If that's what you like, that's what you like, right? And then you have like the people like me who are very, very light in what they're doing. Like I have nothing against Genshin Impact, probably because I haven't played Genshin Impact that long. Like I've only played a little bit of Genshin Impact in the very beginning, and then I tried to come back to Genshin Impact for a little while when I was using it on my Steam Deck, and then it just got to be a hassle to update it on my Steam Deck because I had to jump through a bunch of hoops to do it. And then you got Honkai Star Rail, which I have played, and then I started playing it again recently. I haven't been like diligent in keeping up with the dailies and stuff in that game, but I did start playing it again because I wanted Firefly. So I got Firefly, pulled Firefly, and then I was like, all right, well, I'll play this game casually now. And then Zenless Zone Zero is coming out, so it's not gonna get any burn right now probably, but I'll try to give it some burn eventually, but it's most likely not going to be something that I make content for because there's just so much other stuff right now.
You only played Genshin Impact, you probably are pretty hateful towards the company. If you have or just play Honkai Star Rail, you might actually still really like the company. Maybe not. I don't know. And this game being a Hoyoverse company and its
the people who play the games the longest are the ones that end up hating the companies. Like the people who hate Capcom but still play the games.
One thing that I think we can all agree about Hoyoverse is that they do.
It's just decisions that they make.
Games, and we can definitely see that by the character designs. The feeling of the combat feels.
I don't want Anton. Anton is basically a 1-star character to me.
I've also played the game in earlier access in LA.
I'll probably like 6-star Anton by accident or something because I don't like him.
It was fun. The game is a lot of fun. I think people need to go into this game not expecting it to replace your main game. I think people need to go into this with the mindset of this being a side game, a casual game.
Yeah.
To the fullest.
Yeah.
And that's really all there is to it. The game is fun. Just don't go in there thinking that it's going to be like an MMO level of content. It is a gacha game after all.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's going to be that.
Dabble around a little bit if you so choose, and then log out and do something else. That's just the nature of it. And with that being said,
man, when 2XKO comes out, it's going to be this and 2XKO, man.
Gacha games on mobile, because if you're doing it while you're on transit to work or whatever, you got 15 minutes or so, maybe an hour depending on where you live. That's enough time to just log in, do your thing, and then dip out before you head to work or after work. With that being said,
only if only I didn't drive to work.
If you want to see me play it live, make sure you subscribe to the channel and follow me on Twitch. And you may want to be doing that because that's how you qualify for my giveaways. And I do one every 100 subs on YouTube and every 100 follows on Twitch. And to celebrate the launch of Zenless Zone Zero, I will be doing one giveaway at launch. So
maybe I should do that. Maybe I don't know what I give away. Maybe I give away a battle pass or something like that.
That will be all for this video, and
I could probably do that.
Next time, adieu and goodbye.
I got to see logistics of that though. What the rules have to be and stuff like that. So, I mean, maybe I can do a giveaway of like a battle pass or something like that, and just do it every 100 subs for Twitch or something like that. I think that would be great. Or every like let's every 20 subs, right? Because who knows? I'm probably not gonna get a whole lot of people that are gonna show up to my stream, at least in the beginning. But if maybe on TikTok, because TikTok is probably the best case scenario for people showing up to the stream, especially on day one of Zenless Zone Zero. So hopefully I can get a lot of people to come to the stream, get a lot of people to come over to Twitch, and come to YouTube and give me a sub on YouTube. So first actually I think it's probably going to be 10,000. I'm trying to get to 10,000 follows. So if I do a giveaway at the release of Zenless Zone Zero, that would be great. And then maybe I'll do another giveaway where maybe I'll give away some more stuff if I hit 10,000 follows on on TikTok. 10,000 follows on Twitch would be amazing, but we're 10,000 follows on TikTok because I'm it's fairly close. I'm at like 8,600 or something like that. So, or 8,400, I don't remember. 8,000 and something. So if I can get a little under 2,000 follows for the release of Zenless Zone Zero, that would be amazing. And I would do probably like a giveaway for like the last 5 people that followed my channel. Or do something like that. We'll figure it out. I'll figure out the logistics of it. It's not too much to like give away a battle pass or something like that. So, all right, I'll catch you guys later in the next video. Peace. Can't wait for Zenless Zone Zero on the 4th. Be sure to follow the Twitch, subscribe here on YouTube, and hit the like button here. Also, see you guys in the next video. Peace.